grace of God, we are back. What's going on, people? It's your boy Wince. Back here again with another video. This is the Sigma Movement, where we talk about being strategic, intelligent, having gratitude, being masterful of your ability, and learning to adapt. Today, I just wanted to talk about what the devil wants. And this video is not really going to be long. It's basically just the opposite of everything that I talk about on this channel. So let me just get into this. So basically, in terms of strategy, the devil wants you to be very unstrategic in your approach. He doesn't want nothing good for your life, and he's always trying to convince you that you don't need a strategy. You could just do everything by the fly of your pants. When it comes to being strategic, you're planning for success, you're planning for a greater outcome. What he wants is you to just be very impulsive about what you're doing. Like, he just wants you to go act on whatever you're thinking, and that's it. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't want you to think things through. He wants you to fail to plan so you could plan to fail. And when that happens, you're not going to get the outcome that you want. You're not going to have you're not going to have success. So in terms of also like intelligence, it kind of plays into intelligence. Like, you're not being impulsive. You're actually thinking things through, and you're calculating your next move. So when you calculate things, you can weigh the pros and cons. You could plan for short term or long term. And at the end of the day, once you start to calculate things, you're automatically going to have a better outcome because you thought things through. You didn't just act impulsively. For gratitude now, the devil wants you to be ungrateful. He never wants you to be thankful for what it is that you're doing. Even when you wake up and like when God give you another day, like, he want you to just wake up and go about your business. For me, like, when I wake up, the first thing I gotta do is get on my knees and thank God, because he didn't have to wake you up this morning. He didn't have to give you life. You know what I mean? And if you still have life, you still have a purpose. So give thanks whenever you can. You know what I mean? Always be grateful for whatever, the air you're breathing, the water that you're drinking, you being able-bodied and being able to move. You know what I mean? Like, just be grateful. Be the opposite of what the enemy wants. So for mastery now, the devil, like, he wants you to be lazy. He wants you to procrastinate. He doesn't want you to strive for greatness. He never, that's not his intention. His intention is to have you complacent where you're already at. So with him, he'll try to convince you that you really don't need to work on anything. You're fine how you are, and that you don't need to improve. For us, we're always trying to improve. We're always trying to do better. We're always trying to elevate. You know what I mean? We don't ever want to be stagnant and stay in the same spot or stay in the same place. We always want to be elevated to a higher level. As well as adaptation now. the enemy, like, he would not want you to ever adapt to your situation. Like, for in terms of adversity and adaptation, if you were ever in a messed up spot, so to speak, like, he would tell you you don't need to change anything, like, and that you'd never get out of this situation. He'd want you to be down. He want you to never bounce back from the situation that you're in. He'd always try and get in your head and convince you that, yeah, you're never gonna win. You're never gonna come back from this. And that's just not true. You know what I mean? Like, we all have the power to bounce back or to get out of our situation. If we're in a bad situation, we want to learn how to get out of it, or how to make the situation better. So that's why I preach on, like, adapting. You know what I mean? Because you never want to let adversity beat you, because when adversity beats you, that's it. It's a wrap. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that guy. You always want to be able to bounce back and overcome whatever it is that's plaguing you, or whatever it is that's causing trouble in your life. So I just wanted to go back to biblical application. You know what I mean? John 10:10, Jesus said, the thief cometh not, but for to steal, kill, and destroy. And I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. For I am the good shepherd, and the good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. So there it is. You know what I mean? Like, it always leads back to Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, he's always there to help. He's always on call. You know what I mean? That's just who he is. Like, and that's who I believe in. And, you know, I love him for that. But, you know, it is what it is. It's your boy Wince. Again, this is the merch that we do got. Sorry, the camera. This is the merch that we got. Only doing cash drops right now. The website's not up yet. Just the black shirts are in right now. We're getting, we just ordered the white shirts, so the white shirts will be in very soon. Hit me on in the DM. IG is Wince, WYNTSSS_. Also at the Sigma Movement, THESIGMAMOVEMENT. And, you know, I'm out. Peace.